Ultamize. Goals are business decisions about your life energy. A goal is not just something you want. A goal is a decision about where your life energy is going. That may sound a little intense. Well, good. It should sound intense because when you set a goal, you're not just writing a nice sentence in a notebook. You're making an allocation. You're deciding where your time goes, where your attention goes, where your best thinking goes, where your stress goes, where your calendar goes, where your reputation goes, where your relationships may get squeezed, where your health may get tested, where your money may get invested, where your identity starts to move. That's why I like to think of goals as business decisions about your life energy. Not wishes, not slogans, not fantasies, allocations. Every serious business has limited resources, limited cash, limited staff, limited time, limited attention from leadership, limited ability to pursue every opportunity. And if a business tries to do everything, it usually does everything badly. The same is true for a human life. You have limited peak energy. You have limited deep focus. You have limited emotional bandwidth. You have limited hours where you're sharp, alert, creative, persuasive, and able to do your best work. And yet, most people set goals as if they have unlimited capacity. I want to grow my business. I want to get in amazing shape. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to build a personal brand. I want to write a book, learn Spanish, travel more, sleep more. I want to make more money. I want to reduce stress. I want to be more present. Wonderful, excellent, beautiful. Also, let's be candid, possibly ridiculous. Not because any one of those goals is bad. Most of them sound great. The problem is that every goal sends a bill. Every goal costs something, and the cost is not always money. In fact, money is often the least interesting cost. The real cost is your attention. The real cost is consistency, opportunity. The real cost is what you can't do because you said yes to this. That's where strategic goal setting begins, not with a fantasy, but with the allocation. If you say your goal is to write a book this year, sounds wonderful, sounds impressive. Hey, I love books. I've written books. I recommend writing books. But what does that goal actually mean? It means some mornings when you could be checking email, you're writing. It means some evenings when you could be watching a show, you're editing. It means some weekends when you could do nothing, you're thinking about chapters. It means other projects may move more slowly. It means you may have to say no to a few meetings, a few opportunities, a few distractions, and possibly no to a few people who think your availability should belong to them. Now the goal's more real, not less attractive. It's just more real. That's the test. A goal becomes serious when you understand the allocation it requires and you still say, yeah, that's worth it. If you don't do that, you're not really setting goals. You're collecting attractive intentions. And attractive intentions are everywhere. The modern world is a goal generating machine. Every platform, every app, every ad, every influencer, every business book, every podcast clip, every success story is quietly suggesting another possible goal for you. Hey, why don't you build this, buy this, look like this, earn this, become this, optimize this, scale this, post this, track this, monetize this? Why don't you wake up at 4:30 in the morning and become so disciplined that even your coffee feels inadequate? It never ends. And if you don't decide what deserves your life energy, the world will happily decide for you. Now, that's not a conspiracy. That's just how incentives work. Every company wants a piece of your attention. Every industry wants you to define success in a way that benefits that industry. The fitness industry wants you to care about one set of goals. The financial industry wants you to care about another set. The social media platforms want you to care about visibility, reactions, comments, and reach. Your profession may want you to care about titles, credentials, rankings, awards, and status. Your family may have its own definition. Your friends may have another. Your younger self may still be carrying around an old definition that made sense at 22, but makes absolutely no sense now. So you need to become much more deliberate. Before you commit to a goal, ask, what life energy will this require? Will this goal deserve my best morning hours? Will it deserve 6 months of focus? Will it deserve uncomfortable conversations? Will it deserve saying no to good opportunities? Will it deserve less time for something else? Will it deserve the emotional cost? Will it deserve the identity shift? Because every goal is a trade. You're always trading something. The problem is that most people notice the prize before they notice the trade. They see the title. They don't see the calendar. They see the revenue. They don't see the pressure. They see the audience. They don't see the maintenance. They see the bigger business. They don't see the extra meetings. Yeah, they see the prestige. They don't see the loss of freedom. That's why I want to be successful is not a goal. It's too vague to guide a trade. Successful how? Successful by whose scoreboard? Successful at what cost? Successful in public, but miserable in private? Successful with money, but no time? Successful with freedom, but less status? Successful with impact, but more criticism? Successful with a larger team, but less creative control? None of those answers is automatically right or wrong. That's the point. You have to choose. A good goal is not simply impressive. A good goal is coherent. It fits the person pursuing it. It fits the life they actually want to build. It fits their values, their season of life, their energy, their responsibilities, their temperament, and their definition of success. This is where a lot of smart people get into trouble. They set goals based on admiration. They admire someone's business, so they assume they want that business. They admire someone's wealth, so they assume they want that wealth. They admire someone's freedom, so they assume they want that career path. They admire someone's visibility, so they assume they want that public role. But admiration is not a strategy. You can admire an Olympic athlete without wanting the training schedule. You can admire a billionaire without wanting the lawsuits, scrutiny, pressure, and a calendar. You can admire a famous creator without wanting to feed the content machine every single day. You can admire a CEO without wanting to manage hundreds or thousands of people. That's maturity. You can respect a goal without choosing it. You can celebrate someone else's success without making it your assignment. So here's the practical move. When you think of a goal, don't just write down the outcome. Write down the energy cost, not in some complicated way, but just ask yourself, what will this goal require from me on a normal Tuesday? That's the magic question. Not on the exciting launch day, not at the Academy Awards ceremony, not when the big check clears, not when everyone is applauding, but a normal Tuesday. What will this goal require from me when I'm tired, busy, slightly annoyed, behind on email, and nobody's impressed yet? That's where goals become real. If the normal Tuesday version still feels worth it, you may have a real goal. If the normal Tuesday version makes you think, oh no, I just wanted the applause, well, that's useful information. It's not failure. Doesn't mean you're a bad person, but it's information. And this is the point of strategic goal design. You're not trying to eliminate ambition. I like ambition. I'm ambitious. Ambition is energy. Ambition is movement. Ambition is the refusal to just sleepwalk through life. But ambition without strategy becomes noise. Ambition without selection becomes overload. Ambition without self-knowledge becomes a very efficient way to build a life that looks good to other people and yet feels wrong to you. So from this point forward, treat every goal like an investment decision. You're investing life energy. You're investing attention. You're investing time you'll never, ever get back. That doesn't mean you should become timid. It means the opposite. It means you should become bold about the goals that truly matter and ruthless about the goals that don't. Because the question is not, can I want this? Of course, you can want it. The better question is, does this deserve my life energy? When the answer is yes, the goal becomes stronger. When the answer is no, you've just saved yourself months, years, maybe decades of chasing the wrong thing. And that's not laziness, that is strategy.